My name is Adrian with Project Ramos, and on this channel we do tech reviews, so if you're into that type of content, go ahead and subscribe, that way you get notified when we upload new videos. This is the Weeylite Pocket RGB and bicolor LED light. In RGB mode, this light can produce up to 36,000 colors. In bicolor mode, the Kelvin temperature can be changed from 2800 up to 6800. The unit that I have here is the yellow version. You can also buy it in gray and white. It comes with a built-in 1000 milliamp hour battery that'll give you operation for up to an hour at 100%. To fully charge this unit, it takes 3 hours. Now let's go over the physical features of this unit. On the back of the unit, you'll see the model number, the manufacturer name, and also the information on the battery, which is a 1000 milliamp battery. On the bottom of the unit, you'll see the 1/4-20 mounting screw hole. The front of the unit has a built-in diffuser. The top of the unit has the on and off switch here. On the side of the unit, you'll find the USB Type-C charging port. And this little hole here is a light indicator to let you know when the battery is charged and when it is almost drained. In the corner here, you'll find these little slots here where you can thread a lanyard. The accessories that come with this light is a hot shoe adapter and the charging cable, USB Type-C to USB Type-A. The only physical control that you get on this light is the on and off switch that's on the top of the unit. This light is fully controlled by the smartphone app that communicates with your phone via Bluetooth. The smartphone app is made both for Android and iOS. Just search for Weeylite Pro in the iOS App Store or the Android App Store. Once you have the app installed, go ahead and launch it. And once the app is open, it's going to default to channel 1 and group A. Once the app is open, go ahead and turn the light on, and the phone will automatically pair to the light. The app gives you full control of all the range of colors that you can produce with this light. If you jump into the HSL mode, you can slide around with your finger to find the color that you're looking for, and then you can also change the saturation and brightness with the sliders at the bottom. Jumping back to the home screen, if you hit the first button here that says CCT, that'll change it to bicolor mode. In bicolor mode, you're going to get a slider up on top to be able to change the color temperature of the light. And you can also change how much magenta or green the light is producing. You can also change the brightness here. The app also has some presets for Kelvin temperature: 3000, 4000, 5200, 5500, 6000, and 7000. Jumping back to the home screen, you also get some special effects. And as you can see, there's several special effects you can choose from here. One of the powerful features of the app is the color picker feature. As soon as you launch it, it's going to launch your camera. And whatever you point the crosshairs at, it's going to try to reproduce that color. So here I'm going to point it to this orange hard drive, and you see immediately that the light tries to, or does its best to reproduce the color that I'm pointing at here. Now I'm going to switch over to this blue tape, and you'll see that the light immediately begins to try to reproduce that blue color there. Now I do have a second pocket light here, and I'm going to point it at the case, and then you'll see that the light begins to reproduce that yellow color from the case. Now if I switch back over to the blue tape, it'll switch back to blue, and if I switch over to the orange hard drive, it'll begin reproducing that orange color as well. Now if you have multiple of these units, you can operate them independently using the same app. So right now I'm operating on channel 1 group A, and that is controlling our first light here. Now I'm going to bring in a second light, and before I turn on the second light, I am going to switch over to group B. So now I'm going to turn the light on, and this second light here is going to now be controlled by group B. So if I go into the HSL and I switch it to, let's say, a red color or maybe a blue color, you can see that the second light is emitting the blue color. Now if I go to group A, now we should be able to control the first light that we paired. So I'll go into the HSL and switch that to a red color, and you can see that only this light changed color. So you can control them independently, and you can also turn them off one at a time. So in group A, we have this light plugged onto it. So if I tap on the on off switch there, you can see this one shuts off. And if I go over to group B and do the same to that one, now this one shuts off. And if you have both of them on and you want to turn them both off at the same time, you can just use the power button on the upper right hand corner and they both shut off or turn back on. My use case scenario for these lights is to be able to color my background. Right now I'm coloring my background with some large LED panels, but every now and again I do want to add some accent lighting to switch up my background, and that's where these lights come into play. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to turn off my large LED panels and I'm going to light up my background only using these small Weeylite panels. I've turned off my main LED panels and I placed 4 Weeylite pocket RGB lights in my background. They're turned off right now, but I do have the app running. So I'm going to turn them on one by one, and as I turn them on, they're going to automatically pair to the app into group A, and then I'm going to be able to control all 4 lights simultaneously. We'll go ahead and do that now. So now we have all 4 panels on. It's paired to our phone on group A, and we can jump right into the HSL mode in the app and be able to simultaneously change the color of all the panels, as you can see here. Right now we're at full brightness and full saturation. So let's say we want to go with this blue color here. We can turn down the brightness so it's not so blaring in the background. As you can see, the lights are changing as I change the brightness of them. So we can keep it at a real subtle, like 14%, or we can go 100%. You can see at 100% how much more light comes out of these panels. And then you can also change the saturation of the blue. So if the blue is a little too intense, then you can pull that back so that it's not as intense, but still bright. And you still get control over all the other functions of the app. So if you want to do bicolor mode for some reason for your background, you can do that as well and change the temperature of the lights here simultaneously. Or if we can, you can go into the color chip and simultaneously change all the lights to any of these preset colors that are in the color chip. So it's a very powerful way of being able to control these lights. So you can also turn these panels on and off as we demonstrated earlier. And being that all 4 panels are paired together into group A, I can just simply hit the on and off switch on group A and they will all turn off. And then I can hit that power button again and they will all simultaneously turn on. It's a very powerful way to be able to pair multiple of these lights into separate groups if you want to, but you can really get a lot of control over several of these lights if you need to. If you're in the market for a pocket RGB bicolor light, definitely consider the Weeylite S03. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified the next time we upload a new video, and I hope to see you on the next one.